Welcome back. Welcome back, STRIVECast.
Season 3, episode 10.
Yay! We did it. Welcome back, everybody. Season 3, episode 10. Very excited to be here with you today. Should we introduce ourselves?
Yes, I'm Jeff.
Ooh, hello, Jeff. Starting off strong. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing great.
And nice to see you. Nice and perky attitude this morning. I love it.
And my name is Mr. N to the P and to the Thompson.
And to the P to the Thompson. Noel is here. Hello, Noel. Sound and video engineer. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Ryan, the sound and video engineer.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for being here. Producer Susie, want to introduce yourself?
Of course. I'm Susie Clara, and I'm fuller producer.
Fuller producer.
This day is doing really good. And
Good.
here comes my girl with.
Hey, Whitney. Thanks for joining. Other co-host want to say hello to the people? That would be you.
I'm Pete. That's, I guess, me.
What would you like to call us?
Got
Traffic crossing guards, maybe.
Air traffic control. Yeah. Awesome. And I'm Olivia. So welcome back, everybody, to the STRIVEcast. Yeah. Our super exciting guest today is Nell Shipman, who is the artistic director at the Portland Ballet. So who's going to talk to us all about the exciting ballet upcoming events. They are doing a virtual Nutcracker show this year. So a lot of fun stuff to chat with her. Can't wait to hear all about what they have planned for the holidays.
What about if they do a Christmas show on ballet?
Yeah, that's what the Nutcracker is, I believe.
Yep.
She'll tell you all about it. You can ask.
That's right. Here comes Susie.
What about if a cappella group do a ballet?
I think that's a different thing from ballet.
Yeah. All right, well, why don't we get this show on the road? And when we come back, we will interview Nell Shipman. So Jeff, we'll be
right back.
Please welcome Nell Shipman. Yay!
Hello, hello.
Welcome, Nell. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on. I'm so excited.
We are so excited too. I believe Noel has your first question, so go ahead, Noel.
Welcome to STRIVEcast. Now, tell us about Portland Ballet.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here. So a little bit about Portland Ballet is that we are a professional ballet company based in Portland, Maine. Portland Ballet performs in a regular season. Portland Ballet performs 4 main stage productions a year. In the fall, we love to do a kind of a spooky Halloween type themed or a darker themed ballet. We also have our Victorian Nutcracker that goes up every December. We also have, in the winter, we have a kind of a midwinter performance that's usually more contemporary based. It's not just classical ballet. We have guest choreographers come in. And in the spring, we like to do a story ballet. We've done things like recreated the Firebird in A Midsummer Night's Dream and things like this. We also have the affiliated Portland School of Ballet, where we teach children as young as 3, and it goes all the way up through adults. We have our Young Dancer program that introduces kids to the first stages of ballet. Then we have our syllabus program that goes through, probably kindergarten or first grade all the way through your high school years, where you have a really comprehensive grasp on ballet technique. And then we have our pre-professional core program, and that's geared toward dancers who are looking into a professional career or dancing at the collegiate level. So yeah, you can check us out at portlandballet.org and find out everything there is to know about us.
Awesome. You guys do a lot. That must keep you pretty busy.
Yeah, we do, and it does. It's a lot, but it's great. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. All right, Jeff, you ready for the next question?
What is your role at the Portland Ballet?
That's a big question, Jeff. I do a lot here, let me tell you. So my official title is I am the artistic and executive director, and I'm also the director of the school.
Wow.
So pretty much what that means is I oversee everything that I just described. So as the school director, I work very closely with the teachers, and I have a lot of interactions with the parents, and just to make sure that the schedules go well and that everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing in class. And it's a lot of not teaching, but a lot of the stuff that sets up so that the teaching can happen smoothly. And then the executive director of the entire organization, I work on making the business run, doing kind of the numbers, working on the numbers and making sure that like we've got the staff in place and things like this. And then the artistic director is where my heart really is. That is having the artistic vision of the whole organization, deciding what our seasons will look like, hiring dancers, casting shows, doing all of the artistic vision work, but also the artistic work in the studio as well, working with the costume director, getting the music together for the shows, deciding the choreography, creating the choreography. So that's also a lot of work, but a lot of the fun work that goes into it. So
That's so cool. What a full role you have.
yeah, yeah, it is a lot, but it's every second of it is worth it. I love it.
That's awesome. All right, Noel, back over to you.
Yep, we heard the Nutcracker show is going to be a little different this year. Can you tell us about that?
I sure can. So everything is a little different this year, right?
Just a little.
So our Nutcracker, everything about what we do, not just as dancers, but as people, are different this year. So, or is different this year. So everything that we did to put on our Nutcracker looked a little bit different. Usually how you put on a ballet is you gather the dancers that are in the same scene or the same portion of the ballet together, and you work with each other and you create things and you feed off of each other's energy. This year we had to do it way different because of the size of our studios. We could only have a certain amount of people in the studio at one time. So we had people working in different rooms at the same time. We had people working in different rooms at different times. And then we knew that once we got to the theater, it was a big enough space to have everybody there together. So we didn't put everything together until we were on stage, which is very, very different for a ballet company. Usually you rehearse everything so you could do it in your sleep. So you knew exactly what was going on at every second. But this time we all came together at the theater. And on top of that, we did not perform in front of a live audience because you can't gather that many people together in a space. So we filmed it. So it was kind of interesting. Usually when you do a performance and there aren't people around, sometimes it can feel like a little bit of low energy because we're so used to interacting with the audience. Even though we're on stage, there's a lot of energy that gets passed between the two. So I was nervous that when we got to the theater and we're so used to having that feeling of energy that it would feel a little bit down or not as exciting. But the good news is that it was the first time everybody was coming together to perform it together. So there was a lot of very genuine and just really good energy passed between the dancers, which was captured on film. And then we get to share that energy with people when it's broadcast on New Center 6 on December 12th. So that will be really exciting for people to tune in and to be able to share that experience.
Awesome. So that's December 12th. And then is it just on that day, or does it have a couple other broadcast dates too?
So yeah, so another thing that's kind of been lost during this time is that everything is virtual. Everything is online and you can access it all the time. And one of the things that we were really excited about for this Nutcracker broadcast is that it's much like a performance in that it's on the day at a time, and you have to make yourself available and you have to be there during that moment. So it is on 2 times on Saturday, December 12th. This is both on in Portland and in Bangor. So it is on at 9 a.m. on Saturday, and it's also on at 8 p.m. So 2 chances to watch, and it's the full ballet. It's from beginning to end. It's got everything in there.
Oh,
That's this Saturday, the 12th.
I'm sorry.
This Saturday, the 12th.
Yes, it is this Saturday. It's happening.
Well, we'll be sure to give that a quick plug at the end too, before we wrap up everything a little later on, so we can get
Fantastic.
some times out there. Awesome. Well, I think you might have just answered a little bit of Jeff's next question, which was about the how was the rehearsing process different? Is there anything else you wanted to share on about that, or we can move on to the next one too?
Yeah, no, Jeff, if you want to ask that question, I have more to say.
Awesome.
Okay. How has the process been different this year at going ready for the Nutcracker?
So the process has been everything from beginning to end of this process has been different. Usually, not a lot of people know this, but ballet companies start getting ready sometimes for the Nutcracker in August, which is very weird to hear Christmas music in August, but it happens. This year in August, we didn't know. We didn't know if we were going to have a performance or not. So we started to think of different ways that we could make it happen. So although we weren't listening to the music and creating it in August, or starting rehearsal processes in August, we were definitely thinking about it. And by September, we usually have auditions, but we had decided this year in September that we were going to do this broadcast, and we reached out to New Center Maine to make that happen. So we usually have auditions in September, which we couldn't do this year for all the different reasons. So what we did instead was, it's usually open to the whole community. We can have people from all over come and audition. But this year, since we had to do it so differently, we decided to just use the students from Portland School of Ballet to fill in the children's roles, while the professional company still did all of the soloist roles. So it made our cast much smaller. And usually during the audition process, we see who would fit each role best. But since we were doing it with just our students, we decided to just assign different roles to the different levels in the school for the kids who chose to participate. So it was interesting. Instead of looking at the individual and deciding what part they would be best for, we looked at the whole group and thought, how could this group be best represented in the ballet, and what part would they best represent? So it was definitely a lot of brain work, and it was definitely a different way of looking at everything, from not just how to make the dances socially distanced and how to make the rehearsal process work, but how do we actually cast these people, these dancers, and then from there, how does the rehearsal process work, and then how do we fit them all together? So it was a whole new world.
That's so many different moving pieces to put together. That's so interesting.
Oh.
I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Noel, I think it's back to you.
What is Portland Ballet most looking forward in 2021?
What a wonderful question. So I think Portland Ballet is looking toward or most forward to a lot of similar things that other people are looking forward to, but as artists, it comes in different ways. So we're hoping to have that connection again, that personal connection again with our audiences. We're hoping we can find some time or we come to a place where we can have gatherings again in a theater so we can create those magical places that people like to go when they come to the theater. I talked a little bit before about how when you're in the theater and there's no audience, it's a much different feeling. And one of the reasons why performing artists do what they do is to have that shared time with a group of people to share experiences and emotions and all different things. So what's important about an audience to the performing artist is not the applause at the end. It's not the curtain call. It's what happens during the show. It's kind of not having a conversation with somebody like like we're doing right now, like you would normally do one-on-one, but kind of opening up a space and inviting the audience into that space to share an experience with. And it's great that the arts have been kept alive virtually. It's so important that we were able to keep going, but we are so looking forward to the day when we can all get together again. And I think that that's probably a universal thing that everyone's looking forward to. Also, to just be in the studio and not have boxes taped out on the floor that's kind of dictating where you need to go. We have to be very, very careful in our space to ensure that all of the regulations are being followed, and everyone is so good at staying in their box and keeping their mask on. And I think it will be really exciting again when we can get not just on the stage with our audiences, but in the studio and just be able to move and dance freely again and not have that concern hanging over us.
Oh, well, can't wait till you can
I
do
do
that.
have one more question, Olivia.
Yeah, no, I know.
Does the Portland Ballet ever do Swan Lake?
Oh, do you ever do Swan Lake?
Swan Lake is a big one.
Mhm.
It's big not just because everybody knows it, but it's big because it's a big ballet. It takes a lot of people. That's a great question. That's one of my favorite ballets. We have done excerpts from Swan Lake. So we have done an act from Swan Lake. Swan Lake is 4 acts of a ballet, and it's huge, big sets and lots of people. And Portland Ballet is small-ish. We have about 10 to 15 professional dancers regularly. So as much as we would love to, 10 to 15 people can't fill all the roles that there are in Swan Lake, but we have done certain acts from it. So some of the most famous music that you know comes from Act 2 and Act 4, and we've done Act 2 before. We've also done some of the pas de deux where the guy and the girl dance together, the big lifts and all of that great stuff. So we've done parts of it, but you want to know what, Noel? I will put that somewhere on the list of things to do.
Yeah.
Just for Noel.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, I think Jeff has one more written question for you. So you ready, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is one thing about Portland Ballet that you wish everyone knows about?
Well, one thing that I wish Portland Ballet, that everyone knew about Portland Ballet, I think it's how much fun we have.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people think that ballet is very serious, very strict, and a lot of hard work. And those things are very true. It is. It's serious. You come into the studio, you have to be serious and focused. You have to have a lot of discipline in order to achieve the goals. And it's also a lot of hard work, just work on top of work. But it's so hard that if it wasn't fun and if you didn't find joy in it, it wouldn't have lasted this long, and I don't think it would have this many participants. It's really rewarding when you reach goals, and it's a lot of fun to come into the studio space and to look around at either your classmates or your castmates and do hard work, accomplish things together, and then get to move on to the next thing in the next day. And I think a lot of us also really enjoy routine, regardless of if we know it or not. And there's something really great about coming in to the studio, putting your hand on the ballet bar and knowing what your routine is going to be, and how that gets your energy going and your focus going. So I think that's mainly what it is that even though it's hard work, it's so much fun and you can find so much joy in ballet. And specifically, I feel at Portland Ballet. I love coming here. All of my friends are here. I get to work with all of my friends, and the kids are serious when it's time to be serious, but they definitely are students. Definitely, there's a lot of joy and laughter in our studios. So I think that's it.
Oh, that's awesome. That just sounds like such a fun place to be.
It is.
Well, I think those were all of our written questions for you with one added bonus there. But so guys, those were the interview questions. So now what's it time for?
Lightning round.
Time for the lightning round. So buckle up now for the
Okay.
and Jeff goes first in the lightning round. So Jeff, why don't you kick things off?
Okay. What is your favorite thing that makes you happy in ballet?
Ooh.
My favorite thing that makes me happy in ballet? You want to know what it is? It's the music.
Ooh.
I dance because I love music, and I'm a really bad musician.
Oh, don't say that.
Say that.
That's a great reason. I
Good.
love that. Noel, you got one?
Yes, I do. What is your most important place of what position of one of the ballerinas in the show or
What is my favorite role?
yeah of
Easy.
the students
The student. Interesting.
number one.
What
Huh.
is my favorite
Why don't-
role? of
Why don't
the-
we first have her tell us what her favorite role is? How does that
Yeah.
sound? Yeah?
That's an easy one for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
It is Giselle. There's a ballet called Giselle, and my favorite role is Giselle. Not just because it's the title role, but it's a fantastic, fantastic character. So, all-time favorite. Now, my favorite role of students, I'm trying to figure this one out. Is it
like what I mean, like what's their favorite show? And
What are-
the role what they do in the show?
what do our students want to do most?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, they want to do everything. But I think probably would be, I think a lot of people want to be Clara in the Nutcracker. Now, in our version, the Victorian Nutcracker, her name is Olive, but it's the same thing as Clara in the Nutcracker. She's the one who gets the Nutcracker and goes to the Kingdom of the Sweets, and all of that great stuff. It's a magical role, and I think a lot of dancers, a lot of students have their eye on that one.
Yeah, definitely a popular role. Good question, Noel.
Mhm.
Jeff, back to you.
Okay. My the question is, do they take breaks in between the dancers?
Ooh, do they take breaks in between, like when they're doing the performances? Is that what you mean, Jeff?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes and no. if you want to think of dance as like a sprint rather than a marathon, usually what you do is you have a few minutes of working your absolute hardest, of putting everything you've got into it. And then either somebody else comes out and dances or that portion of the show is over. Same thing happens in class too. You kind of go in groups and you do things at a pace. But in a professional dancer's life, when you're the only thing on your resume is dancer, and that's what you get to do all day, you usually wake up in the morning and take class till about mid-morning, and then you have rehearsal, and then you perform at night. And you do that probably Thursday or Wednesday through Sunday, and then you don't have performances at the beginning of the week. So it doesn't really sound like you get a break, but there are breaks in between so that you can rest and eat and sleep and that kind of stuff. So, but it's more like a sprint rather than you just keep going the whole time. You have bursts of energy that come throughout the day.
Interesting. That was an interesting question, Jeff. Good
It
one.
was a good one.
Yeah. All right, Noel, want to wrap us up? Want to ask the last question?
Okay.
Okay.
What is your favorite Christmas ballet show?
Ooh, Christmas ballet show.
Okay. Well, this is not just my favorite Christmas ballet show, but I have a lot of attachment to the Nutcracker. There aren't a whole lot of other Christmas ballet shows.
I thought that might be the case.
But I think that we're very lucky that the show that is centered around a Christmas party and is done at the holiday times is the Nutcracker, because it's a fantastic ballet. It has wonderful music in it. It's a story that is perfect for, young and old alike. You can find yourself in there somewhere. So I would say hands down Nutcracker, but I have to say I like that any time of year too.
Awesome. Well, Nell, I think those were all of our questions for you.
And now tell us your best joke.
Go ahead.
Why don't seagulls fly over the bay?
Ooh,
I know.
I don't know.
Because then they would be called bagels.
That's a really good one. That's one of the best ones we've had.
Right up our alley, too.
Yeah, definitely this group is very appropriate for this group. Awesome. Well, Nell, thank you so much for joining us again. And again, when we wrap up the show in a little while, we'll plug those dates and times again for.
Perfect. This was so much fun, you guys. You have some awesome questions. They really made me think.
Oh, well, thank you for coming. We really appreciate it.
Anytime. Have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll be.
We'll be right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by
Listeners like you.
Listeners like who, Ryan?
Chris Chambers Miller.
Chris Chambers Miller. Yay! Thanks for watching and listening, Chris. We really appreciate it. Right, guys?
Absolutely. If you
Absolutely.
want to become our listener of the week, make a comment or like or interact with us somehow on one of our social media pages to show us that you're listening. And we might pick you to be our listener of the week. Just like that.
Just like that. It's that easy. All right. Jeff, we'll be.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time for.
Here's this cues. Oh, let's use cues. Oh, yes. Today is Susie's cues. Is about ballet.
Ballet. All right. Last week we did kind of staff versus non-staff. Want to go back to ladies versus gents? What do we want to do today?
I think we've got a long time grudge match of ladies versus men.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pete, I would like that.
Men.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. You ready, Suze?
You knew it, girl.
We'll start with the first question for the ladies. And
Okay.
as always, I'll sit out because I've got the answers.
Yeah. Okay. The first one is true or false.
That's it. True or false?
That's very
I'm gonna say false.
The first ballet dancer were all men. Is that true or false, ladies?
All right. The first ballet dancers were all men. Is that true or false? Ladies, who wants to go first?
I think Whit does.
Okay, Whit, true or false? The first ballet dancers were all
I'm gonna say it is true.
I'm going to go with true as well. Susie, what do you think?
I think going with the T.
Ah.
True.
All right. All the ladies are in it true. Noel's going opposite?
Yep.
False. Okay. Noel and Shadow go with false. Ryan?
True.
Okay. Jeff?
Pete, I'm gonna say true as well, and I'm locked in.
Okay. Everybody's in for true except Noel. And I'm sorry to say, Noel, that you're going to start with -1 point because that is true. Women were not allowed to dance in public until
Oh,
1681.
in public.
When there were female roles, the men would wear wigs and makeup and take up those female roles. Okay, so that one was true. Point
Right.
for everybody but Noel. Sorry.
Sorry.
Number 2.
I just didn't know.
The amount of energy it takes to reform a ballet about the same as running 18 miles. Is that true or false?
Yeah. Is it true or false that the amount of energy it takes to perform a ballet is about the same as running 18 miles?
Wow.
And today, this time, we're going to start with the gents. So, Mr. Jeff, would you like to go first?
Yes, Pete. True.
Jeff's in it true. Ryan?
True.
True. Noel?
False.
False. Susie?
True.
True. Olivia?
True.
Whit?
I'm gonna go true.
Okay, so once again, Noel is on an island by himself, I believe. Everybody is in at true except Noel. And that is good because it is true.
Sorry,
The
Noel.
amount of energy that you need to perform a ballet is about the same as playing 2 full soccer matches or running 18 miles. So there you go. That's
Wow. A lot of energy for that.
all right.
All right. Ready, Suze, for the next one?
Yep.
Noel, you need this one, buddy.
Yeah. These are tough ones.
They are. You're right.
One country police officers take ballet classes in order to be more graceful,
Yeah, directing.
directing people in traffic. Is that true or false?
That's right. Is it true or false that in one country, police officers take ballet classes in order to be more graceful, directing both people and traffic? True or false? It's to the ladies. This time we'll start with Whit.
I'm gonna say false.
Whitney starts off with false. Olivia?
I'll go with false with Whit.
Two falses. Susie?
I think my answer is false
Okay.
too.
All right, we'll go to Jeff. True or false?
I say true.
True.
As how police stay fit and slim.
Okay, lock it in.
True. Yes.
Okay. Ryan?
False.
False. Noel?
False.
Okay, so everybody's at false except for Jeff. And Jeff, good news, you are correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow!
In Romania, police officers have been known to take ballet classes in order to manage their physical duties with much more grace and ease.
Duties!
And some American soccer and football teams do rigorous ballet training as well. So that is true. That puts Jeff in the lead all by himself.
That's great, Jeff. You're winning.
Yes!
We move on to number
Yep.
4.
Mom, on the board.
You're on the board, brother. You're leading.
Yeah. I'm hitting
Alright.
all.
Noel's in last place.
All right,
I
Susie,
know,
go
but-
ahead.
I'm in the 4th category.
Number 4.
Leotards
Leotards.
got the name from a French dancer.
I guess
I
that's
did not get that.
All right. Is it true or false that leotards got their name from a French dancer? The leotard gets its name from a French dancer. And I think we're to the ladies? No, guys this time. All right. Let's start with Noel.
Guys.
He needs this one desperately.
True.
True. Okay. There we go. True. Jeff, over to you.
Two got 10.
Okay. All right. So that's 2 truths. Ryan.
False.
False. Okay. Ladies, Susie.
I think true.
True for Susie. Olivia.
I'll go true.
True. Whit.
I'm gonna go false. That
Okay.
doesn't sound like a French.
I think if I've got this, everybody is true except for Ryan and Whitney are in it false. Okay. All right. Let's go to the board, and it is false.
Wow.
They were named after Jules Leotard, who was a French aerobic performer and aerialist. Those are the guys that swing on trapezes and walk the tightrope in a circus. He's also the one that developed the art of trapeze. He made the one-piece gym wear, activewear popular, so people named the leotard after him. Leotards are now considered standard dance wear. There you go. There's your fact of the day. Boom. So now I think we've got a 3-way tie at the
That's a
top.
tie.
Whitney, Ryan, and
Yes,
Jeff are tied
one
for
more.
first. Olivia and Susie in second. Noel on the board now with
There's
1.
one more.
Oh, there's one more.
There is one more.
Yeah.
Yep. This will see who the winner is.
Dancers will keep on breaking their dance shoes and so they will last for about a year. Is
Okay.
that true or false? I think it's true.
Okay, let me read it one more time.
Yeah.
Dancers will carefully break in their dance shoes so they will last for about a year. Is that true or false? And I guess we're starting with the ladies. So Susie said it's true, right?
Whitney,
Okay. Whit?
I think it's true.
Okay. Olivia?
I'll go true as well.
Ladies are all in it true. Jeff, what say you?
I'm gonna go in for true as Whitney is, but locked in.
Okay.
Me
Ryan?
too.
True.
True.
It's true? Everybody's in it true? Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Yeah.
Are you really sure?
No. Too late.
Anybody want to change?
No,
Let's all
Well,
change
maybe
to
if
false.
things are really true, you're trying to trick us.
I know exactly, Ryan.
That
Not.
could be a.
It is false.
No.
I tried to help you.
Those sticks make true colors.
And
If I
actually off by a
pull
lot.
True, it's
actually.
true.
Off by a lot because, for example, the American Ballet Theater goes through about 3,600 point shoes. Each, I lost my place. Each year, and each dancer is allotted 10 pairs of shoes per week.
Wow.
Whoa.
For a week? Wow.
So I think that means that nobody wins, or
Yeah.
everybody wins, as the case may be.
I think it's because this was a tough one, Peter.
That was a tough one, but we all learned a little bit about ballet. Like, who knew that Jules Leotard also invented trapeze?
Who knew?
Not me.
I think it was Whitney.
Whitney
All
invented
right.
trapeze.
Well, another great round of Susie's cues. Susie, do you want to sing us out?
Of course. Susie's cues. Susie's cues. I mean, like Susie's cues. And leotards in that too.
Great. And Jeff, in leotards, will be.
We'll be right back.
right, we're back, and it's time for
My segment,
your segment. What's it called?
Ask Jeffy.
Ask Jeffy. Pete, who asked Jeffy a question this week?
Today we have a question that was emailed to us, and if you want to send in your question, you can email it to us as well, strivecast@pslstrive.org. And if you wanted to even record yourself on a quick video asking a question, you can do that. Send it to the same email address, and we'll put it right here. Today's question, as Jeff fixes his hair, is from Kim in Portland. Okay, and Kim asks, what is your favorite holiday movie? And then she has a second question after that. What is your favorite holiday movie?
My favorite holiday movie is, I'd say, Home Alone.
Home Alone. Okay, anybody else?
That was a
want-
quick answer.
Yeah.
I like Home Alone as well. It's one of my favorites.
My favorite Christmas movie is half a Home Alone and a little bit as the Santa Claus.
Okay,
That's another classic. It's Tim Allen.
we'll split his
Oh.
votes.
Reagan.
Ryan, do you have one?
I say Home Alone. I was also gonna vote. I always like the Elf movie as well. Elf was
I'd be
has,
home for
um,
Christmas with John Taylor Thomas.
Okay.
has a good actor in that one as well. But
Probably
the
only
movie
vote
was
for
great
that
as
one.
well.
What's your favorite Christmas movie, Peter?
I would have to go with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, another favorite. Yes. Chevy Chase in that one.
Yeah, that's a great one.
And who else is in that one? But she was Raymond's mother.
Rain Man's mother.
The Raymond Show
Oh, Everybody Loves Raymond, yeah.
before
Betty
she
White.
died.
I don't think it was Betty White.
Wasn't she Raymond's mother?
I don't think so.
No.
We'll fact check that. But
Sorry, I'm
Susie,
wrong. You're
do you
right.
have a favorite holiday movie?
Mine is Christmas Miracles.
Ooh,
Chronicles.
that's a good one.
Nice.
2.
Yeah, I saw there was a second one that came out. All right, Whit.
I think it's a tie between the Santa Claus and A Christmas Story.
Ooh.
Oh, that another one.
Let me go on with it. I
Let-
like that
Something
one.
that Pete Son did a parody of one year.
That's right.
Great.
And the
Uh,
Home Alone parody as well. I wonder what this year's will be if he continues the tradition.
We've got something planned.
Okay.
Ooh. Does it involve your beard?
Potentially, but not really. This
Okay.
isn't about me.
Santa Claus will be a good one to make a parody of, but we'll see.
I'll put bobby pins in his mustache.
All right.
Them mustache.
Alrighty. What was the second part of
You
Kim's
didn't answer
question?
the first part yet. Favorite holiday movie?
For me?
Yes.
Oh, Elf or Love Actually.
Okay.
Ooh, good.
There we go. And the
That's
second
a
part
good
from Kim in Portland, directed towards Jeff particularly, but if you could make one character from a holiday movie become real, who would it be and why? That's a tough one.
What was the question, Pete?
If you could make a character from any holiday movie real, which one would you make real?
I say maybe Home Alone, and how I make it real. If there's no one in the house, and just make it real and make it happen.
Real and make it happen. Okay, so Macaulay
You want to
Culkin.
be Home Alone, is
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like with a sled, and going down the stairs and going out the front door.
Classic.
But
Try that.
don't bring Joe Pesci to your house.
That's right. You
Oh, the
it's
one
right.
that X for I believe Harry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, Daniel Stern's the one for Harry, but Joe Pesci is Marv.
Right.
That's a skinny beard one.
All right. Anybody else have a holiday movie character that they would choose to make real?
Right over here.
Okay.
I I like to make, and let's see. How about Holly Berry?
From what holiday
That
movie?
Oh, no, not Holly Berry. The Mariah Carey, because she was in All I Want for Christmas, that cartoon movie. But she is real, and she was in a movie called Glitter.
She was in a movie called Glitter. You're right.
I bet you're right.
Yeah, it is very correct.
Go
Sorry.
Well, when I be in a movie, would also be Mar Mara Mara Mara
Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey, and she would sing and dance.
Hmm.
And just like I do, because I love singing and dancing.
There you go. All right, 2 votes for Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm.
1 vote for Home Alone.
But yeah, if you would like to send your question into Jeff, get some great advice, or just know more about what's going on in Jeff's head, send us an email to strivecast@pslstrive.org, and this guy right here will answer it for you. How could you not want an answer from that face? Look at that guy. All right, so send an email, strivecast@pslstrive.org, and Jeff will be.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time for
Noeltry.
Noeltry. Noel, would you like to sing us a theme song?
Yeah. If you were a on pie, if you wish upon a star.
Jeff, do it.
Noeltry.
Noeltry.
All right.
All right.
Noeltry.
Well, we're ready for some poetry. Here we go.
Have yourself a merry, merry, quite and cherry. When the star is bright, don't you drown the school of us. But when the school of us we throw you down, it will be a very merry golden light. With a merry, merry golden light, upon a star of wood so high, like a diamond in a pie. When the pie is up high, don't make it down like a snow up above.
Yay! Noel, talk to us about what that poem is about.
Was a half of dashing into the snow, of twinkle, twinkle, diamond like a pie.
It's like a hybrid
that-
crossover
Yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle, little pie.
fusion poem.
And I end it with with a diamond in a pie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to tell us about that poem?
It was good.
It was good.
It took my breath.
What's next week's poem going to be about?
The next poem might be a ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich. Ooh.
Little ham sequel, maybe.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
Cool. I love that.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about, Noel, before we move on?
Not really.
All right. Well, thanks for the poem. And Jeff will be.
We'll be right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by.
You had it right here.
Pete, who's the show brought to everyone by?
Today's show is brought to you by our very own Strive merchandise shop.
Woohoo!
And they'll tell you how you can find it, but it's got all the things you need.
Oh, yeah.
All the things. If you want Strive or Strive U or Strive Worldwide or even the STRIVEcast, you can buy it at our shop. And Whit, do you want to tell them where they can find it?
Sure. You can go right to our website, pslstrive.org, and there's a little button on the bottom of the page that says shop, spread shop.
It is shop.spreadshirt.com/PSL Strive. But Whitney is right. You can also just find it on our website and it will link you right there. But you will find
It's also in our Instagram bio.
It's going to very soon, even today, be available on our Facebook page as well. So there's all sorts of Strive merch. And like Pete said, Strive U, Strive Worldwide, PSL Services Strive, and even STRIVECast. So you can get merch to support your favorite podcast hosted by your favorite people. So don't miss out. There's a little, oh no, I think that was not it, but lots of great holiday gifts for everyone in the whole family. And you give back to a great cause. So what a win-win. You can't beat that with a bag of hammers, as our friend Pete likes to say. So with that, go to that website. And Jeff,
We'll be right back with Christmas bells.
all right, we're back and it's time to wrap.
Wrap it up.
It's time to wrap it up. Wrap it up, Pete. Wrap
It up, Whitney. Oh, yeah.
Whitney and no one else. All right. Well, thank you so much to our guest, Nell Shipman from the Portland Ballet, for joining us today. That was an awesome interview. And again, you can catch the virtual version of the Nutcracker at Home on New Center Maine this Saturday, December 12th at 9 a.m. and then again at 8 p.m. that very same day. So 2 chances to catch it. Don't miss out. Virtual Nutcracker from home this year. So excited. Thanks so much to our sound and video engineer, Ryan, for putting the show together, making us sound and look good each and every week. Thanks to Whitney and Susie, our producers, for keeping the show on the road and getting everything together. Thanks to our guest host today, Noel's niece, Eva, who's been with us the entire time. And anything else we want to talk about, Pete, before we close?
I don't think so. I think this is about it. Stay tuned. We're coming close to some exciting announcements about Strive Rocks 2021, and hopefully we'll be able to share that with all of you next week.
That's absolutely right. Awesome. Well, that's it. So we'll see everybody next week. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Bye.
You know, man.